All praises to the Most High. I've been raising my vibration. Yoga meditation. Just sticking to the basics. Living in the matrix. It's cynical and crazy. But I've been swimming in amazement. Writing all these verses. Reversing all my curses. Walking in my purpose. Doing it on purpose. I'm sure, I'm certain. I'm pure, not perfect. I rise in service of God, I'm a servant. Take me high. All praises to the Most High. I've been hustling my whole life. I know the struggle, I know both sides. I'm at your neck like a bow tie. I don't know death, I'm pro-life. I cannot stress, I'm so love and so light and so bright. And me and God are so tight, the light of my life. I'm reaching new heights while I'm reciting my wife. I'm going bravely, ooh, I'm doing greatly. Life's amazing, I guess it is what you make it. This is prayer, this is affirmation. I've been healing, I've been feeling, I've been raising my vibration. I've been raising my vibration. I've been patient, I've been waiting. I've been patient, y'all. I've been raising my vibration. I've been healing, I've been praying. I've been raising my vibration. I've been patient, I've been waiting. I've been stacking, I've been saving, I've been healing, I've been praying. Meditating, affirmations, I've been raising my vibration. I've been
Nirvana, a transcendent state in which there is neither suffering, desire, nor sense of self, and the subject is released from the effects of karma and the cycle of death and rebirth. Although this term might seem like, I don't know, maybe something that's unattainable in this lifetime or within this physical plane that we live in, I try to find little things here and there that give me that sense of nirvana, even if it's not the full thing. So I would say maybe the past couple of months, I've been evaluating the things that I've been taking time to give all of my attention towards. I feel like nowadays we kind of just pressure ourselves to make sure that everything that we're doing has a purpose or is actually benefiting us in some physical, materialistic, and financial way, but not necessarily in a mental, emotional, and spiritual way. I realized that within the last year, all that I've learned is to stop suppressing and to stop forcing, to stop pressuring myself, because it wasn't actually getting me anywhere or helping me make any progress.
I've been patient, I've been waiting. I've been patient, y'all. I've been raising my vibration.
I realized that the more I push and pull, the more I'm pushing my future that I want away from me and pulling in negative energy. If you realize the more you chase something, the more it goes away, or the more you have to chase that thing. I realized for the whole year of 2021, I was constantly chasing my nirvana, my happiness, my bliss, when all in all, that was just in the present moment. I just needed to stop and actually see it. because there was a lot of things that I allowed myself to do to myself, whether that be overworking myself, burnouts, whether that be not accepting my best and thinking that that is good enough, pushing for perfection, and the list goes on. These things were changing literally my spiritual DNA, I should say, because of the fact that I was trying to strive for these things that did not even serve me in the way that I wanted them to. It changed me. And I realized that 2021 was definitely my grieving process, my grieving time period, my grieving phase. I had to literally let that old part go. The more and more I held on to it, the harder it became for me to actually spread my wings into this butterfly that I wanted to be. I was mainly in my cocoon phase, just sheltered from everything. And yeah, that can be a good thing sometimes, but if you stay in there a little too long, you start to literally let the world pass you by. And I did that for like majority of the summer.
It's not that I don't want you here.
I know now that maybe I needed a little bit more time to bake, but sometimes when you're ready, it's time to let go of the training wheels, you know? And that was another boundary that I realized that I needed to respect for myself. When it was time to start pushing, I needed to start pushing again. But when it was time to stop, take a break, and relax, I needed to allow that to happen as well. I think that my problem was once I started, I needed to keep going. And if I did stop, then it meant that I was supposed to stop for good. And because of that, it held me back from a lot. I probably would have gotten a lot further in the things that I wanted for myself in 2021 if I had just got back on that bike and tried again, or took the training wheels off and started doing things on my own.
Around, I want you around,
Now that I know these things, I can now put it towards 2022. And I know everybody's always like, oh, new year, new me, new resolutions, but it's more so coming back to myself, not necessarily becoming a new version of myself, because this was really me all along. It was just buried deep down underneath all these masks and all these, I guess you can say, layers of myself that didn't even really represent me. It was just hiding the real me, because I was afraid that if I did let my authenticity show, maybe I wouldn't be accepted. I've started to think that maybe we don't think we deserve good things. Or maybe is that just me? I tend to push away things that are actually beneficial for me, but the things that are toxic, the things that are not serving me at all, the things that are basically bad for me, negative, I tend to chase until the universe literally rips it away from me or puts me in a situation where I have no choice but to remove this thing from me. Is it wrong to say that maybe we like the negativity in a way? Maybe it gives us something to face. Maybe people like challenges, they like tribulations, they like obstacles, they like roadblocks so that they can challenge themselves to get over these things and see how far they can push themselves. I tend to realize that I like the challenge, unfortunately, but I'm starting to realize now that things can definitely be easy. Things can definitely just flow to you. It doesn't necessarily have to come at you in a way where you have to work towards it in everything you do. Some things just come naturally easily. But I just assumed that everything that I wanted in life, yes, I had to work for it, but I had to push myself to unseeable limits in order to achieve. Like it wasn't able to come to me in any other form. Like I couldn't just easily manifest it because I believe, yes, this is mine and I want it and I deserve it and so it shall be. But maybe it's just the conditioning that we've gotten growing up as a society. We live in a consumer world, so everything that we see, everything that we want, we have to work for. We have to push ourselves. Unless you were just born lucky and you were born into fortune. You know what I'm saying? So for the people who do have to work hard, it becomes a habit of working hard. You always have to work hard because that's what you've been doing all your life. So it's like, you don't really know any better. Because it's like, how do you rewire something that's been programmed into you since you came out the womb, you know? I realized that the universe has a very funny way of showing you the lessons that you need to learn. And I know y'all probably have heard me say that numerous times, but I want to say since November, I've been learning so many lessons, but I don't realize that they're lessons until after the fact. I don't mind having to work towards my goal. So the fact that I'll have these challenges or I'll have these lessons in front of me and I'll, in the moment, assume that, yes, this is something that I want or this is something that I need. And then later on, the universe shows me, no, actually, it's not at all what I want or need. I don't mind that. The process is very euphoric in a way because it proves to me oh, okay, so universe is definitely listening to me. Universe is definitely watching out for me. It makes me feel like I'm not doing this by myself, you know? I don't know if you guys have ever had the feeling of when you pray and you feel as though God is not listening to you because nothing is changing in your current life and your current reality. That's how I've been feeling for the past couple of months, but for the whole month of January, and we haven't even finished this month, I've literally been seeing everything that I've been through in a completely different light. Everything that I thought I knew, I actually did not know. And it's like the more and more I find out information, the more I know I don't know nothing at all. And Janae has said this in her songs numerous times, and me being a Janae fanatic, I've heard it numerous times, but I never actually understood what she meant by that. Now I see it more than ever. Like, I don't think there's really anything that we actually know until we have learned from that experience. So when it comes time to remove these things that I've attached myself to, whether that be a person, a place, or a thing, or a situation, something that has happened, or something that is within my reality, I don't get mad, because I know for a fact that what is for me will stay. What is meant to be will be. Anything else that does not need to be in my life or does not serve me, the universe will literally snap it out of the way. And I find comfort in that. Now, given all of these lessons that I've just talked about, coming back to finding my nirvana, I apply these things now because I realize that sometimes it's not physical, tangible things that make you happy. It's just how you feel about yourself and the world around you. I tend to mix the two, my reality and my fantasy. What I want for myself, my desires, my hopes, my dreams. I believe that it's separate from what I'm actually living, what I'm actually experiencing. When all in all, I can definitely combine the two and see them as the same thing. I can search for my own happiness within myself. I don't have to go outside of myself because happiness should come from within. You shouldn't look for other things to give you that satisfaction. And so my goal for 2022, starting in January, is to find that happiness within myself, is to be happy with myself, and to not focus on things that aren't making me happy. If something happens to come into my life or something in my life changes, I have to start looking at it from a objective point of view and not a subjective point of view. Meaning I look at the facts. I look at how is this actually directly affecting me? How can this situation teach me something? Instead of just looking at it in a victim mentality. And I feel like we can all learn from that. Not everything that goes wrong is actually something bad. If it's going wrong, then that means that it's not meant to be, you know? And with that being said, I can't even imagine how this year is going to be with this new mentality. Anything that I experience from this point forward, I'm going to try to look at it from a learning perspective. And anything else, I'm just going to look at it as how can this make me happy? Because the minute you change your mindset, the minute you change your reality. And I would like to be within my own nirvana, my own happiness. And that starts from the inside, that starts from the mind's eye. And although we're all different, we're all walking our own paths, we're all having our own experiences, we are all still connected and we're all still one. We are all just different versions of the universe experiencing itself. And so I hope that this inspires you guys to look at the things that you are experiencing through a loving perspective. And if not, I would hope that you guys look at it from a learning perspective. Let's help each other and help ourselves to find our own Nirvana, guys.